Hi, Math 243 students. This is just a little video to help you get started with your first written activity. So here we are in My Open Math, and let's go down to week 2 of Sunday, and you'll see this is where you turn in your first written activity. First thing I want to note is that it's due on Sunday at 11:59 p.m., and you may not use late passes on write-up. So you need to get this done ahead of time so that it can be sure to be done by Sunday. So let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and hit resume or start. It'll look a little differently for you. And let's go over the instructions. Had them open already, I guess. All right, so in this activity where you're going to do a little bit more analyzing of the data we talked about in section 2.7, I went over the placebo results, and you're going to go over the results with drug A. So you're going to open the spreadsheet, and I'll show you that in just a second. Carefully read the entire tab entitled Information About the Data and answer these questions. Then you're going to compute, using that same data, the mean, standard deviation, 5-number summary, interquartile range. You're going to make a histogram and a box and whisker plot. And you're going to go over and answer these 3 analysis questions where you compare your results to the results that I got. Let's go ahead and take a look at the file that you'll be using to do this. It's in the My Open Math section right here. Here is the Excel file you need to use. So let's go ahead and open that guy. It's just taking a minute. Hang in there. Come on. And let me drag it up to the screen so you guys can see it. All right, so this is the example that I did in class in the 2.7 section where I did all the different things on this data right here, and it's labeled placebo data from example. This is the example to go over exactly, the steps you should do. The equations are all in the example in case you need to refer to them. You need to do this information about drug A data. This is the one you need to do. You see, this is just the data. It doesn't have any of those results. So this is where you're going to compute your mean and your median and your 5-number summary and all that kind of stuff. This is the information about the data. This is where you can read to answer those first questions that we talked about. So read this whole thing, and then you'll answer the questions 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you'll go back to the Excel file. You'll go to the second tab. You'll compute all those statistics and answer the questions. All right. You're going to also construct your histogram and your box and whisker plot. And then after that's all done, you can use the results that is in the Excel file compared to the results that you already computed. So to do the comparison, you're going to compare what you compute here with what I've computed already here. All right, so one more thing I want to show you about this. And if we go back to the directions, there is an example of what your final result should look like. So this is what it should look like. Obviously, it wouldn't form an example, but you would say the population is this. The sample is this. I was doing a pretend study on Smurfs. The experimental unit are Smurfs. What the variable is, what the mean, the standard deviation. You write them all down, copy and paste in your histogram and your box and whisker chart, and then answer your analysis questions. The mean of the placebo group was greater than, less than, the same, whatever. The mean of the subjects given drug A. This indicates, and then you need to fill in a whole bunch of information there. This indicates, what does it tell you about the results? What does the standard deviation comparison tell you about the results? What does the interquartile range comparison tell you about the results? All right, if you have any questions about this, please do not hesitate to send me an email, and I'll be happy to go over any questions you have.